Hey, I'm Barney Ribeiro from Spellbind Records, and have you seen that?
I'm here with Barney from Spellbind Records and, of course, guitarist of Nervecell. So how'd Spellbind come together, and what made you guys decide to be putting on these smaller shows?
Spellbind came together in, well, 2008, I would say, really, 2007. Started really as a project under CSM, who are infamous for desert rock. They had like Juliana Down and a band called Black Violin back then. We basically now it's become a little bigger because we got two A&R guys, who's Paul Williams, who's new on board, and I've been there 2 years ago, and Paul used to work as an intern. So what we're trying to do now is you know labels all across the world don't really make money just putting CDs on shelves anymore. So given the fact that we have a lot of bands, not just in Dubai, everywhere in the Middle East region, who started to put out original music and albums, we said, let's give everyone a shot, and those who have potential, we sign them on, distribute them for the Middle East territory. And that's really what it is. When Nervecell at least got into Spellbind, we were one of the only bands who actually pushed the name, doing international tours and playing Europe, the circuit there, and everywhere, like Asia as well. So given the two facts that there's many bands on the rise now from the Middle East territory, and bands releasing albums, and Spellbind growing its network, put two and two together and said let's see how this works, and it's working, obviously. So doing shows is something I sort of threw on the table when I joined 2 years ago and said, let's try and bring the same network of bands we work and play with and cross paths with on the road, and give local bands a chance to share the stage with these bigger acts. And everyone wants to play Dubai now, man. Every band you meet on the internet, how can we get there? And when you tour, just this crazy, there's a lot of curiosity about this country. It's growing, and metal's definitely on the rise here. So we're trying it out, man. We're not making a lot of money from it. We're just trying to do it in a very humble perspective, and like I said, work for the people we know. Hate Eternal today, Obscura September last year, and then Flesh Crawl in March. It's all metal bands, but we're open to all genres who want to work with us. So that goes with the signing as well to the label. Like it's not just metal, but we're a label, and if a band and an artist is good at what they do, and they have a footfall in the shows, then that's what matters, and we'll support them as long as they are ready to tour and do the works on their part as well. So yeah, this is just an experiment, and it's going pretty well because we can see the excitement in people. We have people coming from Saudi, from Lebanon, and Qatar, and it's great to see that network happening again, because the last time I saw it was in Desert Rock, and which was the walk-in of the Middle East. And now we're not trying to do that on that scale. Yeah. We're trying to have more intimate gigs, basically, which is what happens in Europe, and that's where the fans, the real niche audience, comes out. So we're trying to do that with the Spellbind events, really. That's just the idea we had in mind, and it's going smooth so far, man.
Speaking as someone who works at Spellbind, and you get all these demo submissions from bands all over the place, what is it that catches your attention and sparks your interest when you look at a band sending their press package or their demo in? What key things do you like when they send these in?
Well, there's a criteria we go through, obviously. They have to have a good sounding album. Secondly, a fan base who come out to watch this band, if you're going to put our name behind them, supporting them. And third, just be good live, not just have a kick-ass album and not bring that to the stage. When we put Spellbind's name behind an artist, we actually have a long-term plan for them. We see them like 5 years from now where we could project them to. So yeah, it's a criteria we look at, and not every band who just has a good album gets on it. We listen to everything that comes in, obviously, but if we think they're just a one-off band that plays for the time that they're going to stay, then we actually call them in and interview them and like sit down with them and get to know them better. So we only have a handful right now, and that's the exact reason why, because we signed, the last band we did was Absolus, and great guys, man. Like, they know what they want to do, and they're great musicians and really professional in their work ethic and stuff. So it reminds me of a lot of bands that used to be in the scene, but today it's it's changed, man. Like, the turnouts have changed. I mean, you know, like if you have an album, send it over. We'll listen to it, and that's what we do. We listen to it. We look up your bio. If you play at gigs, we'll even come out and watch you. We have to. We'll not sign a band if we haven't seen you live. So, yeah, put out a good album. Take your time doing it. Send us the demos, the websites. You know, Facebook.com/Spellbind Records. For now, we're getting an official website as well, spellbindrecords.com. It's in the works. So, you know, like send in your demos. It's very easy to get access with us. And we'll listen to you, man. We'll listen to you. And if you're pro and you're playing in the Dubai network, then we'll come out and watch you too. So, yeah, we're looking out for talent. Our band is right here. We're like putting that out there to everyone who plays as an artist or as a band. Come out and let's grow, you know, together.
You've been doing these gigs. This is the third gig. Do you have any dream bands you want to bring to in the future to play Dubai, or any band in particular you'd love to see come play here?
I mean, to be honest, the bands we've bought down here have all approached us in some way or the other. We've not, like I said, we're not really promoters, we're a label. So what we do is, along the line, when we work with labels or agents or, you know, just managers who worked with CSM in the past as well, you know, if anyone's in the Asia network, what we do is they try and reach out to us to sign them first and foremost. And then we look into signing them. If it's not possible, we'll at least do a show for them. If someone's, like I said, in Asia touring and Dubai's, you know, a hub, so they hop over here for a show, we do that. That's the least we can do to keep the label going and also keep the music scene, you know, still vibe, you know, have a vibe there. That's not, you know, just dead. We're doing this once every 3 months, and we try to keep it that way deliberately because it's something to keep you looking forward to coming back, kind of. So yeah, I mean, it's something we did. Like, we don't really approach bands, but if I had a choice, I have a huge wish list, of course. But, you know, we don't do this with sponsors, man. It's a hard thing. And we'll start approaching people to sponsor events once we have a bigger catalog and a, you know, bigger bio or profile. You know, just 3 gigs in our pockets. Not much to go and, you know, propose to any company or whatever. But, you know, people here from all walks of life show up, and you never know when it can spark. You know, someone working in Harley Davidson or like Monster. Now we got rock radio, Rolling Stone. Support, you know, that's the essential groundwork that we need, and it's happening. So the more shows we do, the more coverage we'll get, and hopefully we'll get some more sponsors on board who believe in metal music or just doing events and enlightening this wonderful country we live in called Dubai.
You know, for any of the younger people there or people who aren't experienced, you know, we have people, you know, musicians, aspiring audio engineers, or even people who want to get in the business. What advice would you give to them if they want to get more involved or know, you know, get their foot in the door, so to speak?
Yeah, you know, there used to be a website that comes to mind called Fried, and a lot of people would frown when they hear it, but you know, that was the one website that put everyone together, musicians or music directors and, you know, audio visual dudes, all of them in one place. And we kind of need that again, because the scene's kind of diverted, you know, like everyone's working individually and for their own agenda, and like I think there should be one sort of database where everyone has access to and gets together and gets to know who's doing what and who's doing who's specialized in what field. So yeah, we kind of like fell off that for a while many years ago. But me being in the scene as a band member in Nervecell, and you know, being a promoter now too, it's, you know, we're really mutual with everyone, because we're not gonna grow anyway if we have our differences. So putting all that aside, like what we do in our shows is we're very open about it. We do metal shows, and we're not hard on about it. We just, whoever comes on, we're very appreciative of it. They see the shows, it's very reasonably priced, and you're getting international bands like this you never even thought would show up in the country. It's great. So I think you know, come out to these shows, man. Like if you're a musician, if you're a creative dude in general, you come out and you want to see something like this, because it doesn't happen every night, you know. So I think gigs is one essential place where everyone in the creative field can come together and throw ideas together. And apart from that, there's always local gigs every odd weekend. So which is really good, actually. You got Metal Asylum, Rock Nation, Main Stage doing their events, Holy Noise, you know, Fawaz for sure. You know, he's been doing his nights every odd weekend. So, and more strictly to metal as well. So, and you know, Fawaz works in Spellbind too. So it shows like we have the right network under us. And if everyone can just get together and just, you know, even share their calendars for crying out loud, like that's something we need to do, because, you you know, now we're seeing nights in Dubai like 3 gigs in one same weekend, and that's just wrong because everyone wants to be there, but you can't. And you know, it should not be. It should never be that way. Basically, we're such a small scene. It's just ridiculous. You know, we should. I think everyone, if they share their calendars and you know in advance who's doing what, and you know where to go, and you plan your weekend in advance, everyone's going to benefit from that. Yeah, I'm not saying work together and do shows together. I'm saying, you know, let's all have our diaries well planned. We do our shows 3 months in advance. We always let them know, this is what's up, and you know, come out. Everyone who comes out tonight, this is a definite thank you for your support, because you know, we're just a label not selling records tonight but doing shows, so it should tell you how hard this is, you know, just as a label. But Musicians Warehouse for giving us the gear tonight. They always have been on board with us, even with Nervecell, very supportive. A music shop with musicians who know what they're doing, and it's about time. So, you know, definitely props to them for supporting us. Also Rock Radio, who's very new on the scene, and amazing that there's a radio station you can turn on 24 hours a day now and have rock music coming out of the speakers. It's great. I think it's about time. You know, we had Rockability magazine too, who were supporting us for Obscura. So, you know, a lot of media there, man, like radio stations, press, and websites now. Triple W, for example, like, it's happening. But yeah, again, together, man, it's brotherhood, some bromance. I mean, if you do that, we're gonna have a vibrating scene, and it's gonna go on for a long time. So, and the bands, dude, there's so many bands that are out here who now should work together regardless of genre, just how it was, man. 1998, man, punk bands, gothic bands, hardcore bands, death metal bands, black metal bands, putting a stage together and shaking hands and playing on that same stage. Whatever, man, that's the way to do it. Like, we're all in this for the passion, not to make a quick buck. So yeah, the bands, Musicians Warehouse, Rock Radio, and have you seen that? I don't know if you have, but they're really good guys, man. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to get the word across. So yeah. And
without Spellbind, we wouldn't have these big shows happening. And of course, they're all putting out records from bands. If you have a demo or album, or you're interested in seeing what Spellbind has to offer, hit them up on their website. Right now, they have the Facebook, facebook.com/Spellbind Records, and hit them up. See what happens. Thank you for your time, Barney.
Cheers, Sari, and my man Adnan over there, who's seen me in Europe way too many times for my own good. He knows what's up. Really appreciate it. You guys have been always consistent with what you do, so keep it up, man. We need some visual stuff going on, so thanks.